Chris, right in the front. Chris, and Bryce.
Thank you.
And then Bryce, down the center head right here.
Right up top, a little way.
More right here.
Give me a wave.
DeWanda, one more right here. You got it. A little smile right here.
That's smile.
Okay, we're gonna do it again.
And BD.
There you go.
And then eyes this way.
Hey, one more time, look at yellow.
Straight ahead.
Chin down a little. Just
Straight
straight ahead. And one more time, the front.
And above him, Scott.
And
Go
Scott.
second row, please.
There it is. There it is.
Right up here.
Emily, right here.
And then Emily, a big smile down the center.
Contact right here.
And then guys to the right.
Frank, second row. Frank.
And right here for Universal.
Heidi, down the center.
Heidi, look right. Heidi, look right.
Heidi, straight ahead.
Heidi, right here for Universal. Right here.
Get you together.
Guys, get you together for Universal right here, please.
Thank you.
Right side.
And that beautiful smile for you. Thank you.
Jabari.
And Jabari, just straight on more. Straight on. There we go. And Alexis, just the front. Alexis, the front of the outfit.
Beautiful. A little smile never hurts. And then looking straight down the center.
Thank you.
And then guys, on your left here. Thank you.
Eye contact right here for Universal.
Right up above them.
Together. Big smile.
Big smiles, go for. And guys, right here for Universal, right here in the middle, please. Thank you very much. Eye contact. Thank you. Hey guys, big smiles. Guys, big smiles together.
Incredible.
In a word, incredible. Yeah. It's incredible.
And it also it makes it so real. I'm like, oh my god, I'm in a Jurassic movie because we're on screen with Laura Dern and Sam Neill.
Yeah, and
Jeff
secretly
Goldblum.
we're always hoping that maybe they would be okay with what we had done with Jurassic World, but them joining the Jurassic World Dominion is like the ultimate validation. It's like not only are we so excited, but it's an affirmation that they were okay with what we had done, which is pretty great. Let's just say it is one hell of a ride and a remarkable finale to something that's 30 years, well, 65 million and 30 years in the making.
Indeed, I concur. And there are some incredible new actors who've joined the franchise, so that's very exciting.
I think I've been in the same amount as Jeff Goldblum, I think. I was in Jurassic Park, I was in the 3 Jurassic World movies, that's 4. But I think that's Jeff's total too. It means a lot to me because I think the character was rather undervalued in the first movie. And then for them, Colin, and for everyone to revisit this character, give him a 3-movie arc, is, as an actor, it's a very satisfying thing. It feels like he got his due in some ways. He got to be a part of the story a little bit more than he was before, and that means something to me. I love this thing that you're talking about, where the legacy characters are together with like Bryce and Chris and Izzy, and they come together. And there are moments in this movie where the factions come together and create a larger group and a larger group, and at some point almost everyone is together, and there's something really moving about it to me. It's almost as if this diverse group of people represents the world facing this time in our history which feels impossible, like what overwhelming, and how do we deal with the world going down the toilet or whatever, or however you want to characterize it. It's all of us kind of like desperately clinging to one another and trying to figure out the solutions to something that seems impossible. Colin, who has incredible taste, made choices. He made the choice to depict the world in this way, and to depict the dinosaurs a certain way, and to have incredible respect for the animals, and not to treat the animals like monsters. He's created, through all of his choices, a very classy foundation for a movie that could be just only an action movie. It has a whole morality to it that I think is really cool.
It's delightful, always a bit overwhelming, of course, especially for an independent film type like me, but yeah, I'm all for it. Plus, I also like everyone, which is, I won't say rare, but it's not always the case, and this group is quite lovely, and I missed them all. So to see everybody, DeWanda and everybody who's here, kind of nice to run into them all again. I came into it late, but I had the welcoming arms of Jeff, Laura, Sam, and BD, who I worked with a lot. And then I had the new people, Mamoudou, who I work with a lot.
It carries on a tradition of being really scary and being an adventure, and then being romantic and having really powerful characters, powerful women. There's so many things in this movie that we want to honor from Jurassic Park, but we also want to make this a new adventure that feels fresh and different. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. It feels like our baby. It is a collective family baby, and we have worked so hard for so long. It's been 4 years and then 9 years of my life leading up to this moment, so it's a lot, but we're all here together, which is really meaningful, and I hope that everyone loves it as much as we do. I would bring back the Morris Intrepidus, which is about that big, and it's furry, and it's probably not going to hurt anybody. I think we need to keep the deaths to a minimum.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, even I'm in that. Sometimes I have to remind myself, you're in that movie with them. I mean, when I'm around Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill and Laura Dern, I mean, I don't know, man. I loved that movie when I was a kid. So it's weird, in the best way. It was really important for Colin Trevorrow to incorporate the message that we need to care more about the earth, and we're responsible for not only ourselves, we're responsible for all of the creatures, and and we need to be more conscious of that. This was designed by Bo Metz from Bomb Studio, and I really wanted to find a designer who could work with a sustainable textile. True story, this is made out of cactus, and in 10 years, this is going to decompose. There's a company in Mexico called Desierto, and they turn nopales cactuses into biomaterial leather. So this, in 10 years, will no longer be, and I hope that people start wearing more eco-friendly, sustainable textiles in the future. Pretty amazing. I mean, these are always just kind of pinch me moments.
So unbelievably surreal, and I feel so blessed and lucky to be a part of this. Well, I think the fact that the dinosaurs are out there in the world is it's very different to what the other films have previously been. So that's interesting, and then the science elements of it, messing with nature, and which was obviously from the very beginning, but the fact that blue can procreate. I mean, there's just so many things happening in this movie. It's insane.
It's still a little surreal. Whenever I think about it, I'm like, wait, what? Me? But yeah, it's awesome. I made some really great friends after, working and living together with all these guys. We have the legacy cast members back at it again, and they just don't disappoint. I vaguely remember I saw it in the living room with my parents, and we were going nuts because we'd never seen anything like it before. I think I was 5 or 6. I can't really recall. It was definitely on VHS. So yeah, that was the best.
The idea was always to be able to bring the legacy cast in and, make them blend with the cast that we've done for the previous 2 shows. So you reach out, you start talking, people are kind of interested, and you just you have to dangle that carrot, and it's not money, it's just letting them know how exciting it's going to be for all of those people to be together. And it didn't take much work. The franchise had to move forward because we blew up the island on the last one, okay? So then it's how do you put the dinosaurs in the world so that people believe in that they could be here, that they can deal with reality that there could be something like a raptor right around the corner, and how is that acceptable? So it was tough to be able to do that. Having the legacy characters made it a lot smoother, just because you somehow believe that this had been going on for 20 or 30 years, and it wasn't something that you just cooked up a couple of shows ago.